Hey yo, what's good people? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, and today we're going to talk about a few mistakes that a lot of new Amazon sellers make, or at least I made. And yeah, I've been doing this for a long time now, making some decent money, so I thought I could share some wisdom for you guys. You probably think, why are you standing up right now? I mean, I've got like one of these standing up desks, and obviously I spend a lot of my time nowadays at this desk, you know, looking for Amazon deals and doing other work, etc. And I've got the back of a 70-year-old. My back is aging like 30 years quicker than my actual, or the rest of my body, should I say. So sometimes I just need to stand up for a bit. And I've been sitting down for a while, and I thought I'd try this standing up recording malarkey. It might be alright. So yeah, nonetheless, no one cares about that. Let's get in to top 5 mistakes that I made as an Amazon seller, and a lot of new sellers make the same mistakes. I see it all the time. So let's kick it off with deals, obviously.
Whoa, stop right there, buddy. Guys, over the last sort of 6 weeks or so, I've been putting together a small little course that you guys could follow for Amazon FBA. So if you are interested in that, check the top link in the description, and also check out the free Discord. That is also the third line of the description, guys, because yeah, why not? You know, we're all there to chat and learn, so yeah, feel free to join. It's completely free, and if you're interested in learning Amazon, then yeah, follow the link on WAP. Let's get it.
You can't make money on Amazon without buying stock. That is so self-explanatory. I didn't even need to say that, obviously. But a lot of people are buying the wrong deals. You need to make sure you're analyzing your deals correctly. There's so much software out there that you can use, like Buybot Pro, Keeper, Jungle Scout, things like that, that will help you with your analysis of a deal. And obviously the best thing you can look at is your sales volume and your price. Because if your price is painting a picture saying, right, at Christmas this shoots up, say perfumes for example, they'll shoot up over Christmas and Q4 because obviously they're one of the most like gifts, you know, they're gift material. People are buying them as gifts. So for example, if you're looking at a deal in January for some perfume that's £30-40 overpriced, you think, yeah, I'm onto a banger here, when every retailer is selling it for, like I said, £30-40 cheaper. Have a look at last year's January price. It's probably gonna happen again, because there's that famous saying that goes, history tends to repeat itself. So price will always paint a huge picture for you. So just use your common sense when things like that. A lot of the times you want to look at deals when the price is just a dead flat line, like it's actually died. Flat line is what you want. A lot of things on Amazon do tend to, you know, fluctuate in price, so don't worry about it if it's a little bit up and down, but just use your common sense. Make sure you're analysing your price right, and then obviously looking at your sales volume, because if those two align, then you could be onto a pretty good winner. If something's selling 100 times a month and the price is dead flat, I'm out here going to We Buy Any Car, selling my car and absolutely loading up on that deal, but they're very few and far between. And on deals, obviously, make sure you're not going too deep on deals as well, because I made the same mistake. I went a little bit, I kind of over leveraged myself a little bit to buy some Oral-B toothbrushes, and the deal was quite tight with the ROI anyway, and yeah, as soon as they went live, price dropped. I think I was only making 12 to 15% ROI on these products. Granted, they sold amazingly well. They were selling like 1,000 times a month, so it only took me about 6 weeks to actually sell out. But obviously I tied up around 7k of my capital in that deal to only return myself, let me check. So you can see I sold 353 of these Oral-B units. That's 11,571 in sales, but only £1,007 profits at 15% ROI. At the end of the day, I didn't really do much with this. All I did was put up the cash and then outsourced the work to get prepped and sent into Amazon. So I didn't really do anything to make a grand. I can't really complain to make a grand in like 6 weeks, because if I was to put that in, say, S&P 500 and make £1,000 in that short time, I'd be pretty happy with that. But yeah, it wasn't great because I tied up a lot of my capital and it kind of affected my profit for the rest of the month. You know, we learn, and yeah, I still made a grand out of it. What business can you make £1,000 whilst learning? Most of the time you end up just losing money by learning, but hey, I'm happy with it. It could have been better, but it's something I definitely learned. Probably something I won't do again unless the deal's better, like the actual purchase price actually allows me to wiggle between like 20 and 30% ROI rather than being at my very low end and then tanking as soon as they go live for me. Hey, it is what it is. But that moves me on nicely to my next point, is not outsourcing quick enough. Now, I've been selling on Amazon for about 2 years. Well, actually, it might be 3 years now. It's been a long time. And I spent the last 2.5 years doing all my self-prep and self-sourcing. Now, you'll hear a familiar term for people is that they hire a VA to find them deals and they outsource their work to prep centers. Now, I used to have a VA. I actually enjoy my sourcing at the moment, so I don't have a VA, so I'm doing it myself. However, I have outsourced all of my prep to a prep center, and honestly it's the best thing ever, because at the start of the video I told you that my back is aging 50 years quicker than the rest of my body, and I live on a top floor flat with no lift, and I was carrying up heavy ass parcels, man, and then carrying them back down to my car, dropping them off, prepping them like in between that, and like wasting so much time and killing my fucking back. That's probably why my back is like a disaster as it is because of all this prep. But was it worth it? Yeah, it probably was, to be fair. I quite like being hands-on with my business, but outsourcing prep has given me the freedom to actually go and work wherever I want if I want to. Realistically, I could probably just get up and move to Bali if I wanted to and run the business from there, because I don't see any of my products anymore. I will spend like $5,000 on, I spent $7,000 on all them toothbrushes, sent them away, never even saw them. The only ones I saw were the few that got returned. It's crazy. As long as you go with a reputable prep center, it's something, you know, you haven't got to worry about, and it's the best thing I've ever done. Even if it's costing me and eating into my profits a little bit, well worth it. Doesn't mean I have to waiting for parcels to be delivered. I don't have to wait in, like, some days I would miss out on certain things because it's like, right, your parcel will be delivered between this time. Everyone's out, I'm at home waiting for this parcel because it's like $2,000 worth of stock, so I have to wait in for it. I ain't gonna do that shit no more, so yeah, I'm happy with that. Now, this is the biggest mistake that I made, man, because I could be way further ahead in my Amazon journey if I didn't do this, and that's spending the money. So back, I think it was in 2023, I purchased I've got a car buying problem. I bought a Nissan Skyline. I took out all the money from the Amazon business just so I could build this car up and then eventually sell it on. I was like down to my last £500 in stock, and I thought, shit, like I've got no stock left, and I also have no money to buy anything. So that's when I decided to sell the car. But yeah, I was spending the money. I ended up getting this entire tattoo done from Amazon money. I don't know, I feel like it's something everyone gets out of their system. But if you can learn anything from me, just keep reinvesting the money. You can spend it later, don't worry, it's not going anywhere, and you're putting it to good use. So I'm back on track now. I'm rebuilding the funds. It's all good. I learnt my lesson. Yeah, it was kind of cool splurging money, but I'd rather have sent that, I'd rather have reinvested that money on stocks. So yeah, don't spend your Amazon profits so early on, because it really does impact you and it puts you far behind, when I could, like I said, I could be so much further ahead than I am now. But you live and learn, I guess. Now, another mistake I used to make is not treating this as a business and treating it as a side hustle. I wasn't tracking everything. I wasn't, right, there's leaks in my business. Amazon are losing this stock. Amazon have accepted a return that's broken, etc. I wasn't tracking any of that and was just hoping that they were reimbursing me correctly, which they fucking do not. They are terrible when it comes to reimbursements and accepting returns. For example, I was selling a fish filter, like fish tank filters, and they accepted one back that had clearly been used. I don't know if any of you guys watching have a fish tank, but you would know they have a very distinct smell. And that's just like algae and tropical fish water. You can imagine what it smells like, right? I opened this parcel, it was in a random ass box, not even in the original box, and it stunk of fish tank. It's like, Amazon, why are you accepting that? And then their policy is, well, that's just the way it is. And it's like, fuck you, man. Like, how am I ever going to resell that? Impossible. I had to throw it away and take the hit, even though I tried to get a reimbursement. But make sure you're tracking your returns, tracking all your expenses, tracking your software costs, tracking everything, and keeping everything up to date, like all your invoicing, all your purchasing, and just track. If you think it needs tracking, it probably does need tracking, so just track everything. Man, I said track a lot in that last few minutes. Sorry about that, but yeah, track. And now the final mistake I made was buying deals. I know we spoke about deals already, but I was buying a lot of shit at a low ROI, whereas now my sales have slowed down a lot, but the quality of deals I'm doing is crazy. Like, the ROI is up here now, when before it was like in the toilet at the minimums of 18 to 17%, which is the very low end because it gives you no scope for returns. Now, like, my minimum ROI is up in the 40s, and it's so much better. I know every time I get a sale on Amazon, the ROI is going to be great because I'm buying stock differently now, and I'm buying stock that's, higher ROI, spending my money better. Because at least then, if I'm spending 7k on stock and getting a 30-40% return from that money, it's definitely worth it than getting a 15% over the course of 6 weeks. So make sure you're buying quality deals over quantity, and just buy a little of a lot and then just see how you get on. Because yeah, quality over quantity and ROI has got to be one of your biggest focuses when it comes to buying stock on Amazon. Because yeah, I made a mistake, man. Like, my last 2 months have been low ROI. I've made some good money still, but it's like, man, imagine if I did that sales volume at a 30% ROI, I'd be double ahead of where I am. So I'm just doing that at the moment. taking a hit, sort of transitioning all my stock to this higher ROI stuff, and we're going to see how we get on for the next couple of months, and I'll keep you guys updated because it's just gone live, and currently we're at a 29% ROI, where normally I'm at like 19%, 18%, something like that. But it is the 1st of September, we got plenty of month left, so we'll see how we get on. But nonetheless, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you could take some value from it, because I don't know, I wish there was someone like me when I was like doing FBA. There probably was, I just didn't look hard enough. Someone who's honest and open about everything, because there's too many fake gurus about, man. Fuck, it's annoying. It just gets me going, so don't worry about it. Just try and find some honest people in this game. There's definitely people I can recommend to you if you want to get, you know, be taught one-to-one or be taught mentoring for Amazon FBA. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. And yeah, I'll point you in the right direction. You can follow me on Instagram. That's where I post most of my FBA stuff. It's JEEVXS, because someone's got the Jeeves handle. Can't get a Jeeves handle or nothing, but it is what it is. But thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bro.